with the Checka Show. We are at the W in Midtown with Tyler. Do you get the Drake thing a lot or what?
Man, I've heard it before. Yeah, I've heard it. I don't think I look like him, but you know what? I think maybe it's the part in the hair, and the beard. Light skin. I guess maybe we just look alike.
It looks like you're mixed with something. What's the mix?
What's the mix? My mother is Italian. My father is Jamaican. Italiano and Jamaican.
Represent. Yeah. I like that. Very cool. Okay, so I like your background because you got you studied law. You were a caseworker at some point. How did that change your perspective? I've worked with youth before, so I'm asking this because it's kind of like a changing, defining moment, I think, for myself. Absolutely. I don't know about for you, but tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the one thing that I can definitely take away from it is that, you feel like going into life or going into a job or waking up on Monday that you think you know what's going on, right? Mm-hmm. Or you think that, you're the captain of the ship, and obviously you are. Right. But, in the bigger picture, obviously God has a mysterious way about going about things, you know what I mean? So for me to even be in this position right now as an actor, I would never thought it in a million years.
How are you holding it down with your pockets now that you're seeing a little bit more brand? I mean, no. We don't mean it like that. Tell them we don't mean it like that.
I'm just teasing you. You know what? It's interesting because it's you get all your money at once. So it's easy to blow through it, you know what I mean? So it's I didn't really learn too much about how to manage money in school. It's interesting how you go through school and you don't learn about some of the things.
Like economic courses.
Of course, yeah, you know what I mean. But for me, I think it's more just about how to how to hold on to it, and how to not blow through it when it's so easy to do so. You know what I mean? And I just dump it off to my parents. It's easy.
Hold this, Mom, please. Yeah, thanks. Mom and Dad, so. That's what's up. Yeah. So you're on the have and the have-nots, 4 seasons deep. Mm-hmm. It's looking really good for you. Your character's great. You're this humbling, brotherly guy. Love it. How close do you think that is to you?
Very much me. At the core of me, that's what I am. You know what I mean? And we kind of talked about it a little bit in the room. Yep. Having certain things inside you that you can connect to actually, bring it out of your character. So I do connect with a lot of that, the deeper parts of Benny. But I'm also very different from him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
How do you go there, though? Do you channel somebody else a little bit that maybe who's kind of like that character?
I have to really call on a creative imagination. Right. I've never tried to kill my brother-in-law before. You know what I mean? Right. So it's you have to really have both as an actor to be able to have that creative imagination to make things up and play, and then to maybe use a substitution if you know someone that's like that, or call on an old experience. So it's really like a smorgasbord full of it. Yeah.
And Ringside, you were just in Ringside, right? Just came out September 4th.
Yeah.
So you stay fit because we see the bod is on point, and we talk a lot.
But it was kind of cold outside.
No, don't, because we love that. We love health and nutrition and all that good stuff. Yeah. So what are you eating, and how are you working out? What are you doing?
So for me, it's always growing up, I lifted a lot of weights. After playing football in college, I do a lot of I do a lot of explosive cardio, a lot of boxing, anaerobic cardio they would call that, right? Short bursts, sprints and stuff. I have more things that I stay away from as opposed to things that I go to, right? So I try the high fructose corn syrups and just stuff that's really heavily processed. Try to eat organic, that's all.
Got it. We got it. Here it is right here, Tyler. They're kicking us out of here already, wrapping this thing up. But I only have 5 minutes with you, but 5 minutes is good enough, right?
Guys, this is Tyler Lesley. You're hanging out with Checka Cee on Yocheckatv.
All right. Live with the Yochecka Show at Midtown, the W. I just finished up Taye Lesley. Yeah, he got it going on. He got the nutrition, the health and wellness, all that really good stuff. But Kimmy Nicole is going to be interviewing the ladies on the show.
So it went from you being the villain, and then it kind of went to you being the villain. So how was that transition?
I still don't really consider Catherine as being the villain so much, because she was, when a villain just comes in and does something just for spite. Okay. I was doing something as retribution. I was defending my son. And it wasn't like I hadn't given the district attorney or Veronica ample times to repent, come, clean, whatever. It was basically, okay, I became a mother bear, and I took control of a situation. Moving forward, as you just saw in the premiere, might come across a little villainous, but I'm still coming off. Any mother that has seen, that knew something like that happen to one of their children, would probably react very similar, if not the same way.
Right.
So I don't really see her as a villain, but I also want to bring out one thing, and I think it's very evident. This isn't the first person Catherine's done away with.
Okay.
She just doesn't announce it,
Get to see it.
and now we get to see it.
How do you feel being on the I feel like the opposite side, because you're used to coming at people, and now you have your friend coming at you and putting you in that position.
Well, it doesn't feel good, but I agree with Renee. I know that the character Veronica knows that it wasn't the first time.
Right.
They're friends for a reason. They're not just playing bridge together. They know about each other, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's part of what she admires about her, that she's been able to do these things and move on. So yeah, no, it doesn't feel good at all. No, you always want to win when you're a control freak. But at the same time, I don't think once it was announced that she knew about what happened to Wyatt and who did it, I don't think it came as a surprise to her that she would then take retribution. She didn't know she was going to shoot the DA.
Right.
That's where the shock, if you see shock from Veronica, the shock is that she didn't know that would happen. I don't think Veronica, the character, is afraid to be shot. She came up on the south side of Chicago. She's seen all of that. So if you point a gun at her, she's like, all right, come with it. Come, what you gonna do? You know? But when she shot the other lady and then pointed the gun at her and then didn't kill her but said, now you get me off, what's going on in Veronica is not get her off, how to get her off, but what does all that mean? What's underneath all of that? Is she gonna now haunt me for the rest of my life? Is she gonna now set up my family? Every response and everything that she does.
Well, we're going to wrap it on up. They're telling me to wrap up, but I thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Angela Robinson. I play Veronica Harrington on The Haves and the Have-Nots, and I'm hanging out with Checka Cee on Yochecka.